Hello, good morning. Welcome to Football Heritage TV. I am, of course, Sava. This is Henry from Henry Wright TV. Henry, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks for having me on again.
Good. Henry has just flown past the 11K, but if you haven't subscribed to him, please get over there and do so. I am 19 subs away from 5K, so please smash that button. Henry, just a quick 5-minute video this morning. I want to talk about Alonso. Obviously, in the last 48 hours, the noise has started to creep up on Xabi Alonso coming to Tottenham. Mm-hmm. And last night, for the first time officially, the bookies made him the favourite to take the Tottenham job. We spoke about this briefly yesterday. What's your thoughts on Xabi Alonso in general as a manager?
I think personally, the likes of him and company and other managers and Carrick, I think they're just a little bit inexperienced for what we're looking for. I'd rather him go, learn his trade elsewhere, and then come potentially manage us in a few years. I feel like, is it a big jump from Leverkusen? Probably yes. He's done really well with them. Let's not beat around the bush. He's got them sitting in a Europa League semi-final. They're sitting 6th in the Bundesliga. He's done a good job. As a manager, I just think he's a little bit experienced. I don't even think he's managed 50 games as a coach yet.
Yeah. He's managed 31 games.
It's not even a season, is it?
Yeah, not even a season. I mean, look, what he has done though is good. I mean, his team play wing backs, which is what we've kind of been gearing towards with the signings we've been making. They play attractive football, but what they do is play with a lot of pace.
Yeah.
We talked about this yesterday. Quick wing backs, quick midfielders, and
like
very quick forwards. Yeah, players like Baka and Frimpong. They've got players like Diaby, and if we were to bring him in, would that mean a complete reshuffle of the forward line, of the midfielders, of the wing backs? What would that look like?
If we brought him in and he already plays wing backs, then I'd imagine Porro and Adoji will be the wing backs going forward, maybe with Reguilon and Royale as backups, which I suppose isn't actually bad, when you look at it on paper.
Yeah.
But it's the centre backs in the midfield where we need the option to improve, and I don't feel having a wing back formation, unless you're Man City, you've got De Bruyne, Gundogan and Rodri in the middle, or Calvin Phillips or whoever else they want to play. I feel like we benefit more playing with 3 in the middle. I think we're missing the likes of Bentancur and Bissouma massively, but could he do a good job at Spurs? Yes, he could. Like you said, he's done some good things. He's done well in Europe as well. But I just think he's a little bit inexperienced. Yeah. In terms of behind closed doors, Tottenham want success, which is getting them into the Champions League. Has he ever had to manage a club with the pressure of that on his shoulders? No, he hasn't.
Let me put this on the flip side. And I'm not saying this is my belief. I'm just throwing out some examples here. When you look at what managers have done who haven't got experience, so when you're looking at, Arteta's had 4 years, but Arteta hadn't managed before. Someone like Gary O'Neill, who's not managed before, has done a fantastic job down at Bournemouth. Vincent Kompany's gone in his second managerial job after 1 year in Anderlecht, has gone straight into Burnley and won the championship. It's a risk, but could it not be a breath of fresh air that it's something brand new and they're all learning it together?
Yeah, I guess so, but it's kind of like the unknown. Burnley and Anderlecht and Middlesbrough and Bournemouth is a bit different to Tottenham. Yep. We're 15 years without a trophy. We're in our lowest finish probably in a decade. We've got the worst defensive record at the moment we've had since
2008.
2008, which is 15 years ago. Yeah. Right now we are in the biggest mess we've probably been in internally for a decade. Does a manager like Xabi Alonso, with no experience of managing high pressured environments like with Levy, I don't think, there's an element of, yes, we don't know, let's see, but we need a manager. I mean, for me, my first choice will be Nagelsmann, purely on the fact that he has managed Leipzig and Hoffenheim. Mm-hmm. Now, Leipzig, when he took over them, I think they were just outside of Europe. He put them into the Champions League.
Yeah.
He took over Hoffenheim when they were
They were a couple of points off relegation when he took them over.
Took them up to mid-table or just above.
Took them into the Champions League.
Oh, there you go. Right, yeah, which is I didn't realise how he took them into the Champions League. But even at Leipzig, he knocked out City, and he knocked out us in his Champions League run. He's got more experience. I just think, let's let Alonso cook, let's let Kompany cook. Yeah. They're just too inexperienced. I mean, look at Pep, for instance. Mm-hmm. He had to learn his trade at Barcelona B before he even got a shot at the first team. we're not just going to bring Alonso in after 31 games. It's ludicrous.
Look, I mean, it's a strange one when we're talking about Nagelsmann. There's lots of reports that, there's issues with wage demands. There's issues with the type of players he's going to be allowed to bring in.
I'll tell you what, though.
God.
He was best friends growing up with Mikel Arteta. That would make the North London derby interesting.
Mate, it would make it very interesting. Look, I'm a fan. I would like Nagelsmann. I would like Nagelsmann for sure. However, I just don't think that would be viable. I would love him to join. I hope I'm wrong. I just feel like there's going to be too many T's to be crossed and I's to be dotted for Daniel Levy to actually go and get that deal done. If it's not going to be Alonso and it's not going to be Nagelsmann, where are we looking from there? So if we're counting out the companies, the Carricks, the Alonsos, we're counting out the Nagelsmanns. Are we now in the Potter-Rodgers realm? Is that
Luis Enrique, other managers? We are. You're spot on. Let's be honest right now. What good world class or even top coach comes into Tottenham right now? Thinks, I can be that guy. I can be the person to change things. Let's be honest. You are putting your career on a bit of a risk, because if it doesn't work out, you can end up like Poch and not get a job for a little while. Go to PSG where you're going to win trophies, but it's not really a prestige sort of job. You could use Tottenham as an elevation to think, if I do well at Spurs and win a trophy, that can elevate me on to bigger things.
Yeah.
Nagelsmann's on the side, and all these younger managers where if it doesn't go right, you've got time on your side. Whereas you look at a manager like, for instance, Rodgers, who's just done a bad job at Leicester, would come in, if he did a bad job here, you'd be thinking, right, who's going to touch him?
I think the thing is as well with Rodgers, look, for example, and we'll wrap up very, very soon, but the thing is with Rodgers is, it's a shame because if it wasn't for the last year, he hadn't done a bad job. Do you know what I mean? He had steadied Leicester, he had won an FA Cup, he nearly won the league with Liverpool. It just feels like if we were to go for a Rodgers or a Potter, that we're getting them not when they were well regarded, but we're getting them as they've had a nightmare. For example, Potter isn't a bad manager. He's a very good coach. And had we got him off the back of leaving Brighton, I think most fans would have been satisfied. But because of the stint at Chelsea, which, let's be fair, I think everyone's having a stinker at Chelsea, he wouldn't be welcome, would he?
I think if Graham Potter went and did a year somewhere else and went to another club, say for instance, let's say Palace. Right, did a year there, I think it would open the door back up. But then people go, but that's his level, level, I wouldn't be too disappointed if we got Potter, to be honest. I mean, before the Chelsea stint, I think everyone would have taken him. It's just, that Brighton to Chelsea is bigger than, for instance, what's Alonso at Leverkusen. That jump is so much bigger. Leverkusen and Tottenham are a little bit more evenly matched.
No, definitely. Well, look, we'll leave it there, but everybody in the chat, let us know what you think. Rodgers, Potter, Alonso,
who do you take?
Nagelsmann. Mate, listen, I want Nagelsmann. I think if we have to go for a inexperienced manager, I'd go with Company, if I'm really honest, just because he's come from the Pep school of thinking. Yes, it's the Championship, but he's now tasted success. I think his team play good football, so I would go down that route if we can't get an Alonso in. But it is what it is. Let us know who you would pick. Please subscribe to both channels, Football Heritage TV, Henry Wright TV, and we will see you on the flip side. Take care, everyone.